Sup clappers. So the buffs to Zhongli were quite substantial. To say they were good would be an understatement. The buffs to Zhongli were simply amazing. Oh, also, before I forget, mark your calendars because tomorrow I will be dropping the giveaway video for Xiao. This will be my last giveaway during Xiao's banner and is actually meant for my 10,000 subscribers celebrations. But because of overwhelming demand, I have decided to push it forward. For those who have never joined my giveaways before, they are quite simple. There's only 3 things you have to do. 1, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and 2, join my Discord, which the link is in the description. And the third and final task will be given in tomorrow's video, so stay tuned. Anyways, back to Zhongli's buffs. I'm sure many people are confused regarding what's the most optimal build to run on Zhongli. With the emphasis on his HP scaling, is it true that HP is the way to go now? What about main DPS Zhongli? HP Goblet or Geo Damage Goblet? There are too many questions, and in this video we will be tackling them. Thanks to a talented member from my Discord, Artsy Sharksy, who went out of her way to farm the artifacts and offered her account for showcasing, I was able to test the optimal artifact sets to run for the new and improved Zhongli. The test, as you have seen, was conducted on Child Phase 1. The reason I chose to use Child was because of his more complex moveset and hard-hitting skills. At the end of the day, these differences would likely be more apparent when challenging difficult content, such as Floor 12 of Abyss, so I felt that there was no point beating up the Regisvines since they don't fight back and you never need to dodge. Even with a triple HP setup, Child was still able to break through my shield, which resulted in a far more competitive and realistic test. At the start of each test, I dropped Zhongli's burst just so I factored that in. Then I just continued with auto and charge attack spam. I did not count exactly how many normal or charge attacks I did. I simply just attacked. Remember people, you aren't going to be playing the exact same way for every scenario. I ran each set many times and took the average. I found that testing it like this is far more accurate for you all since no one is memorizing attack sequences when they just play the game. As long as my control variables are set, the results have proven to be reliable. For teams, I only had Albedo in the team, not for his support DPS, but I just wanted the Geo resonance. I'm sure for most people running Zhongli main DPS, they'd be pairing him with Enduring Rock. I repeated the test with HP, HP, HP artifacts, then HP, Geo damage, crit rate artifacts, attack, Geo damage, crit rate artifacts, and HP, HP, crit rate. These tests were done to find out what's the fastest time for main DPS Zhongli to take down Phase 1 Child. The weapon used was a level 90 Refinement 1 Vortex Vanquisher. Do keep in mind that I did not use artifact sets for this test, so I actually broke up the artifacts to not have any artifact combos, so no 2-piece effects or 4-piece effects. I only focused on the main stat differences, since you can always take the results and findings of this video and then just apply it with 2-piece and 4-piece artifact sets. This is not a test for which artifact set is best, so with that said, here are the results. HP, 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 while sounds very beneficial and in line with the buffs, performed very poorly, and that is actually a given for main DPS. Since main DPS is all about scaling, and the crit rate and crit damage builds just performed so well. And HP, HP, HP was left far in the dust. So I would not really recommend this set at all, even for the support position, because it's really only good for shielding. For your steal damage and your burst damage, you would need crit rate to scale the damage up, and with the HP headpiece, that was not going to happen. So people, if you were wondering if the HP, HP, HP main stat was worth running, the answer is a hard no. Not for main DPS, nor for support DPS, nor for support. If you want to meme a big fat shield, maybe, but even through testing, Child was able to crack through the shield very easily, so I don't know how well that would work out for you. Now with the disqualification of the HP Pepega set, the question is which main stat is going to be the best for Zhongli. Ultimately, what I found was that attack sans Geo Cup and Crit Rate Head was the winner here, but not by much. A close second was the HP Sands with Geo Cup and Crit Rate Head. In third, we had HP Sands, HP Cup, and Crit Rate Head. Do know that through the differences in artifacts, it would not be hard to say that the HP, Geo, Crit Rate would have won. The difference in the runs on average was around 3 seconds. So if you are currently running the HP Sands, Geo, Cup, and Crit Rate Head, should you be looking to switch? I would say no, because there were runs where the HP, Geo, Crit Rate outperformed the attack Geo Crit Rate, and the two were extremely competitive. It makes sense as it was difficult to control all the variables of the test, and sometimes the steals just did more damage during the test, and whether they crit or not was also out of my control. With the final results being around 3 seconds in difference, I'd say people don't need to sweat over this. Through these series of testing, it was obvious that Zhongli as a whole had been lifted up and not just one aspect of him. While HP is far more valuable on Zhongli now, attack was still able to keep up just fine. What I would suggest for you all to do instead is that for artifact substats, you should be content with either HP percentage or attack percentage, or maybe both. This change has made Zhongli's artifacts much easier to farm. Personally, I'd lean a little more to the HP side because in the end, that's still going to be a big shield. And I can use this set for main DPS Zhongli or support DPS Zhongli, and even pure support Zhongli should be fine. It's more universal, and while yes, I will be losing out slightly on main DPS Zhongli compared to the attack main stat Sands, it's not a big enough difference for me to farm an entire new piece for him to use in this position. So what did you think? Did these results match what you had, or did this video help you out in building your Zhongli? Please thank Artsy Sharksy down in the comments for spending her own resources and time to farm these artifacts on her account for this test. You flappers have really gone out of your way to support this channel, and the Discord gang is getting bigger by the day. With the upcoming giveaway, I will be doing a poll tonight for whether I should give away one big prize to one winner or several smaller prizes to multiple winners. I will let you all decide that in tonight's poll. And with that said, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and catch tomorrow's video to enter the giveaway. I hope to see you all in that video. And until then, stay safe and peace.